All right, more news coming in. The apex court, the Supreme Court of India, to hear the plea against naming the CEC tomorrow. The plea says government breached the Supreme Court bench order, naming CEC election commissioners in spite of the Supreme Court matter. CEC appointed in the war now has reached the top court, is what we know. Getting in details as far as the Supreme Court is concerned, this has got to do with the naming of the new Chief Election Commissioner, and the matter is going to be heard tomorrow is what we are picking. The plea says the government breached the Supreme Court bench order, naming CEC and election commissioners in spite of the Supreme Court case pending is what the plea has said. The CEC has been appointed and this war now reaches the Supreme Court of the country. This matter will be heard. Supreme Court is all set to hear the plea essentially against the appointment of Gyanesh Kumar as CEC. I'm going to go straight across to Nalini for more details on that. Nalini, take us to the details of the plea now which has been accepted by court.
Well, Sneha, there are multiple petitions that have been filed before the Supreme Court, essentially that are challenging the 2023 law on the basis of which this appointment was done. If we remember correctly, the Supreme Court had in its judgment said that the entire process of the selection of election commissioners should be independent and that the government should not have a greater say in it. In that judgment, the Supreme Court had suggested setting up a three-member committee comprising of the Prime Minister, the Leader of the Opposition and the Chief Justice of India to make these appointments. This was a temporary measure put in place by the top court till the time the centre did not bring in a new law. And then the centre did bring in a new law in 2023 where they replaced the Chief Justice of India with a Union Minister appointed by the Prime Minister. Soon after this law was brought in, petitions were filed before the Supreme Court challenging the law, saying that this goes against the Supreme Court judgment because the Supreme Court judgment had categorically said that it's crucial for the democracy that this entire process of appointment of election commissioners remains independent and not in the hands of the executive or the government. And the petitioners had claimed that that's exactly what was happening because two of the three votes in the committee belong to the government, the Prime Ministers and the Union Ministers. So it remains to be seen tomorrow what happens when the Supreme Court takes up this matter. Even earlier today, the petitioners had asked to ensure that the matter comes up tomorrow in light of the fact that the appointment has been done yesterday, not only of the CEC but also a new election commissioner has been appointed, Dr. Vivek Joshi. So it remains to be seen how the Supreme Court takes this, what they say regarding these appointments, because if we remember correctly, back in 2024, the Supreme Court had categorically refused to stay the implementation of the law, which means that the government is in full power to make these appointments. But as to how the Supreme Court views them is something that remains to be seen tomorrow.
Nalini Sharma getting us those details and putting that important story into perspective as far as the plea before the Supreme Court of India regarding the appointment of the Chief Election Commissioner and the other election commissioners are concerned. Right, India's new faces of the Election Commission, Gyanesh Kumar as the new Chief Election Commissioner. He takes over from outgoing CEC Rajiv Kumar while the opposition is up in arms against the appointment by the Prime Minister-led panel. Gyanesh Kumar is the first appointment under the new law for Election Commission members. He will be conducting 20 assembly elections. His tenure will last up until January 2029, just ahead of the Lok Sabha elections. The leader of the opposition, Rahul Gandhi, has submitted a dissent note against the CEC appointment and says it was disrespectful and discourteous of the Prime Minister and Home Minister to appoint the CEC even though the court hearing in the panel is scheduled tomorrow. Meanwhile, outgoing CEC Rajiv Kumar claims the poll body was made a scapegoat herein by those unwilling to accept poll outcomes, calling it a disturbing trend. Rajiv Kumar says the targeting of poll officials must stop.
कि ये आवश्यक है हमारे गणतंत्र और हमारे गणतंत्र की निष्पक्षता और समतल जमीन के लिए कि जो सीईसी और ईसी चुने जाएं उनकी समिति में माननीय प्रधानमंत्री हों, माननीय मुख्य न्यायाधीश भारत के हों सीजेआई और माननीय एलओपी हों। ये निर्णय है 2 मार्च 23 का। इस कानून में ठीक विपरीत किया जो उस निर्णय में लिखा था, पूर्णतः कार्यपालिका द्वारा चयन का इसमें प्रावधान है। बाय रिमूविंग और ट्राइंग टू कीप द चीफ जस्टिस आउट of the appointment process as an independent entity, The government has made it clear they want only control but not credibility. And the most important thing for the EC is credibility.
सर्वोच्च न्यायालय में ये प्रकरण की जो चयन समिति है उसका गठन को लेकर चुनौती दी गई। मामला सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने स्वीकार भी कर लिया है सुनवाई के लिए। ऐसे में क्या जल्दी थी कि आपने वही जो चुनौती दी गई जिसको जो विवादित है समिति जिसमें आपने चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया को हटाया है या उनके नॉमिनी को उसमें आपने नियुक्ति कर दी। मैं कहना चाहता हूं लोकतंत्र में चुनाव निष्पक्ष होना ही नहीं चाहिए, निष्पक्ष होता हुआ दिखना भी चाहिए।
कांग्रेस के मित्रों की तकलीफ ये है कि देश प्रगति पर जा रहा है और उन्हें देश की प्रगति से कोई लेना देना नहीं है, इसीलिए हर विषय पर वो इस प्रकार का अनर्गल प्रलाप करते हैं। इससे साफ तौर पर उनकी बेचैनी जाहिर होती है।